Hello again, and happy Sunday evening. Game 7 hype is strong with this one. This is the last game of the Wildcard weekend. We have the Mawlers at the Outlaws. And finishing up this series, we have Davis, two-shot otter for the Mawlers, flying the Rebels against Rob Zabo's Resistance for the Outlaws. So this should be an interesting game. This is salvage. And you can see they are getting set up. We've got a nice busy mat to go along with things, so this will be interesting to see how it plays out. But this will determine who hosts the Coruscant Wanderers in the divisional round of the playoffs. Amazing. All right, I'm going to check something real quick. I can't do that. Oh well. Okay. So, last game of the wild card weekend in what has truly been a wild card weekend. We had the top two seeds in one of the conferences ousted, as we talked about earlier, and 5 straight boost survives against the Hot Shots in a game 7 earlier this evening. So this is for all the marbles, all the glory, all the internet tokens, right? So let's get these groups introduced first for the Mawlers as they roll for round 0. Let's get their intro for the last time in this wildcard round. Nice. And the host team, the Outlaws.
Yeah, holy smokes, I'm no joke out the bullpen. Bringing nothing but heat, leave you hanging like clothespin. He's a beast when he goes in.
Yes, this is a game 7. The last game 7, the last game of the week. Mawlers versus Outlaws in salvage mission. Resistance versus the Rebels. And Carlos, if you want to join me for commentary again and you're able, you're welcome to, brother. It was fun having you last time. If you can't, no worries. And that goes for anybody else who is listening and wants to participate in some commentary. You are certainly welcome to. And if you don't and you just want to chill and watch the game, by all means, we can do that too. So I'll keep you company and we'll keep it going. Again, game 7, Mawlers, Outlaws, for the right to host the Coruscant Wanderers. Winner of that series will head to the conference championships. And it looks like, if I were to look at the divisional bracket, Havoc is going to visit 5 straight boost. The Wolfpack is going to visit the Meatbags. KDB is going to visit Order 66. And Coruscant will come to either the Wanderers or the Outlaws. They're getting the rocks placed, figuring out how they want to do this. Let's talk about these lists real quick. So if I were to look at the overlay over on Rob's side for the Outlaws, we have Merle Cobbin, the A-Wing. And Merle says when a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 performs a primary attack, if you, Merle are in the defender's bullseye. That defender rolls 1 fewer defense dice. I'm so thankful Intimidation is banned because that was just gross. He's rocking Elusive on him as his only upgrade for that little I-1 A-Wing. Other ships, we have the commonly seen Snap, Temmin Wexley in the T-70. We have Eloasti in the T-70. We have Commander Poe, not Flyboy Poe, with the T-70. And we have Jarek Yeager in the Fireball. Not a ship I've seen recently, so let's take a look at this guy. So he is an I-5. He is in the Fireball when you have 2 or fewer stress tokens if you are damaged. And remember, the Fireball starts with a damage card face down. You can execute red basic maneuvers even while stressed. So while damaged, if you have 2 or fewer, you can do red maneuvers while stressed. If you are critically damaged, a face-up damage card, you can execute red advanced maneuvers even while stressed. So basic red maneuvers, turns, banks, things like that, advanced, stops, K-turns, sloops, stuff like that. He's rocking marksmanship, mag pulse warheads, which is great for a salvage mission, over-tuned modulators, targeting computer, and of course, Kaz's Fireball. All right. So that's Rob's resistance squad as they've got the rocks placed and starting to place ships. Davis, 2-shot Otter over on the Mawler side, rocking the Rebels, specially built. Most of these ships we've seen many times, most often in salvage, most often in most of the scenarios lately. They're just that good. Starting off with the lower initiative Jemmer Sojourn in the A-Wing at I-2, a Battle over Endor pilot. Sabine Wren with Beskar plating in the TIE Fighter. Oh, that pesky E-Wing, Gavin Darklighter, giving all the ships that Gavin has, gives crits. Also very good for salvage. Battle of Yavin, Luke Skywalker, and Battle over Endor, Wedge Antilles. Good grief. So double Protorps with Luke and Gavin, advanced Proton with Wedge. Sabine just going to go out and do her thing, I'm sure. Jemmer doing a thing. And Rob with Proton Torps on his Poe, Mag Pulse on Jarek. Lots of Ferrosphere with Temmin, Elo rocking it. And so locks are going to either have to be broken or give you a stress if you're not in the bullseye. Gonna be fun, regardless. And again, this is for all the marbles. So we'll see how this plays out. No worries, Carlos. No worries. We've got more playoffs coming. And so over the next couple, 3 weeks, as we progress, I'll be available to help stream should we need it, or on those odd times when Greg isn't streaming as well. So it's all good. We had a big game feel or a big fight feel, I guess you could say, to the last game. A lot of hype for that, a lot of expectations, and I think it delivered. Not that I'm going to put that same pressure on these players, of course, but let's see how this shakes out. All right, we've got ships being placed. It looks like Luke is going down. And Wedge will go down. Oh, but the 5s on Rob's side need to go down now too. So we've got Jarek and Elo. Yep, Let's see what we can do with this. There we go. Give us a little more of a top-down view for this. Yes, the mat is a little busy, but that's okay. We'll do our best to keep track of things. And it looks like Elo's going to rock behind Temin. Where's Jaeger going to go? Jarek Jaeger. Is Jarek the Jägermeister? We'll find out. Okay, so this is salvage. So starting in round 2, start picking up crates. And you get a point for every round for every crate. Crits will knock them off, or total destruction of a ship will knock them off. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays. And gets his face down card. He searched for a damage card with the ship trait, and he's going to take it face down. So let me go check the overlay and take one off of Jarek. All right. Wedge coming down. A lot of thought going into this setup, although we did start streaming and sharing a little bit early in the setup process. So gives you time to grab your drink of choice, your snack of choice, grab the loved ones to settle in for, a nice evening of blood, guts, and warfare on the tube to close out the evening. The last game 7 we had earlier this evening or this afternoon was a chance engagement, and it got bloody. So let's see if this gets bloody as well. Indeed. Indeed. And always happy to help Greg out with some streaming when he's not feeling great. So Greg, hope you're feeling better soon. And if you need assistance come Tuesday night for streams, let me know. Happy to help you, even if it's just stepping into the booth to do some commentary while you run things. But, we can deal with that later because the show must go on, right? And we've got some, as they would say, bangers coming. So for all of you out there still in these playoffs, as you get your games set, don't be afraid to get on stream Tuesday or Thursday with Greg, or if you can't do a Tuesday, Thursday evening with one of us, 312 Squadron with Nick, me, Lou even streams. I think Goonby's group Mistake Were Made will stream now and then. So you've got options. So, and if you don't want that pressure, no worries. I get it. Not everybody is up for streaming. I try to keep it real casual here, right? Oh, here we go. All right. So, Davis, 2-shot otter, kicks us off with the initiative. So we're looking at system. Let's see what we can get going here. Rotates for Gemmer. Makes sense. Using those system-based turreted config. Very nice. Okay, so Merle going with the 1. Merle's all out by his lonesome. Probably going to be okay, though. Gonna barrel roll? Seems good. And a boost for the stress. Okay. We've got a lot of congregation down here on the bottom of the screen. So who's going to win that in a joust? Oh boy, that's not one the rebels should want to see just coming at you. But Gemmer clears that stress, is going to focus. Okay. I'm a little confused, I guess, by the rotate action initially, but I'm sure he has a plan, so we'll see what he does. Sabine just rolling out and evading. And I would guess that on the 4s, Gavin is going to roll out, and I'm guessing he's going to lock. Although why Gavin is way up there. Okay. Put one on Merle. And Jarek. Honestly, if you put it on somebody with Ferrosphere paint and you take the stress, who cares, right? You're going to clear it. So put Gavin out there all by himself, not with the others to the joust and support, feels a little different to me. But then again, I don't fly a lot of rebels. And so I am not going to proclaim my expertise in this area. So I'm sure he has a plan. So let's see what we get. Okay. Temin just rolls forward and focuses. Nice. Let's see. And here comes Luke. There we go. And now the 5, so LO comes forward. I agree. Gavin should be near his friends. That he's not, yeah, it's definitely a choice. So, uh, again, I don't fly a lot of rebels. I fly even less resistance. So I don't know how this will play out. Looks like we did a slam action. Okay. Which equates to like a little boost. Here comes Wedge. Although the good news is the E-Wing is fast enough, I think, to come around and flank, but it could be a couple of turns before that happens. So you're going to lose the ability to share with your friends, but maybe his idea is grab the crate, carry the crate for a bit, come in behind and blow things up. We'll see. Commander Poe coming on down. Okay. Yeah, and to be fair, I had a game early in the season where I had to sub, and it was Rebels, and I flew Gavin. And Gavin's dice crapped out on me. To be fair, the dice did not do me any favors that day. Great positioning, I think, if I remember right, but okay, we have no shots. All right, so what does Gavin do? Let's look at Gavin's card real quick. Gavin says, while a friendly ship performs an attack, if the defender is in Gavin's front arc, the attacker may change one hit to a crit result. That is a phenomenal ability for salvage, especially. Right? So that's what Gavin does. And as somebody in the chat said, yes, Gavin makes crate carriers very afraid. But Gavin's out doing his own thing right now. He's chilling, taking the scenic route. Maybe driving Miss Daisy for all we know. All right, so looks like we're going to go to the next round with no shots. I should probably mark that that was round one, and we'll go to round two here in a moment. So no shots, and coming up on round two. Exactly. So other things I've seen in salvage for the Rebels, Gavin is really good for adding those crits. Zeb in the attack shuttle is really good because it's a 3 dice front arc with a turret. Zeb cancels crits first, so really good at holding on to crates. And then from there, it's just a matter of what flavor you want to add. Luke, Gemmer or Keo, Sabine. I've seen some Y-Wings in there. I've seen, it just depends on what you want. And the E-Wings are particularly hardy. They're kind of like defenders in that sense. They're threes across the board. 3 attack, 3 defense, 3 shield, 3 hull. So I would like to see them come back into standard play now that we've seen some E-Wings and Ahsoka in the series, but right now it doesn't feel like we're going to get some of those things anytime soon. So AMG, if you're out there listening, give chips, give points, make your community happy. Do us a solid. But, you know, and while you're at it, I'd like $1 million for my next birthday, please. Tax free, no debt, that kind of thing. Just Cards Against X-Wing. There you go. That would be fun. Could do some interesting things. All right, let's slide down so we can see where everybody's at. That disarm token should come off now, so that can go away. You're going to have 4 ships aiming at Luke and Wedge because I have a feeling Jemmer's going to rush forward and pick up a crate, which, while Jemmer can be incredibly difficult to kill, an unmodified Jemmer is not in the best spot. So we'll see. Maybe he boosts and comes around. So here we go. And it looks like Two-Shot Otter is again player 1. So we go to system phase. And he's going to boost. Take the stress with Jemmer. Overtuned modulators has been popped by Jarek. Okay. So then for every green token that he gets rid of at the end of the round, he'll get a strain, and then going forward, any green token he keeps through the end of the round and then gets rid of at the end will cause a strain to apply. So that could be bad for this fireball, but we'll see. And Merle comes screaming in, not going to pick up crates because that's not what Merle's there for. Merle's there to wreck defenses, cause havoc, block the lanes, and just be an utter nuisance. So he's going to roll in and focus. And then he's going to boost. Is he trying to get Luke blocked? Maybe. Okay, this will be interesting. So we go to the 2s now. So I think Gemmer is up. And Gemmer flies out that way. And he's going to claim, it looks like. Yep. Yeah, I think that's probably a good call. And we have a box. Yay, we have boxes. Hot take, Gavin is overkill. Yeah, I could see the argumentation for that, especially at 5 points. Sabina's going to claim as well. But for salvage, when knocking crates off can help deny, points, I can see why he's a popular choice. So, other 5 pointers then. What would you like to see then? What might you swap out Gavin for? I don't know off the top of my head. Fen, okay. Or B-Wings. Yeah, that's fair. Totally fair. Yeah, Fen and Wedge is absolutely bananas. You are correct. Okay, so we've done the 2s and 3s. Now we go to the 4s. Looks like Gavin also claimed. Okay. So Davis is looking to pick up crates and go from there. And here comes the resistance. Snap flying in. Don't think he has room to straight boost. I don't know if a bank boost is worth it. We'll see. Looks like Rob is not worried about crates right now. He's got murder in his sights. And the objects of that appear to be Luke and Wedge. And of course, you take those out. That's 10 points. 2 of your heavier hitters taken out. So we'll see what comes. Okay, what is Luke doing? That was odd. He's gonna have to barrel roll, I assume. But which way is he barrel? Okay, he's going towards Wedge. Was he feinting with Luke and Wedge then? And I'm very interested in this. And here comes Elo, I assume. Yep, Elo. Let me just check that I've got the colors right for these guys. Poe is actually yellow. So Poe is yellow. Let me fix that. Shame on me. I did that for the Rebels. I did not do that for Temmin is green. Temmin should be green. Elo is red. Okay, so I just had 2 of the colors mixed up. No, I want full on red. There we go. Okay. Much better. All right, so Elo picks up a crate. And Jarek comes in with a nice little bank. Okay. Probably going to target lock is my guess. Because he's got all the calculates from Overtunes. Nope, leave that there. Ah, there it is. There's his 3rd one. And that was it. No action from Jarek. Interesting. Is it worth? He could have locked Gemmer, I suppose. Gemmer will get a green calculate as opposed to any other color calculate when he engages, and he'll be able to shoot someone. Okay, so this was a feint from Wedge and Luke, but Luke might take a couple of hits here, so we'll see how this plays out. All right, so no shot from Poe. No shot from Wedge, obviously. And then no shot from Luke for the fives. So now we're going to go to Rob's fives. Let's see here. What's he going to do? Let's start with Elo. You've got Jemmer. You've got Jemmer and Luke. So we're going to go with 2 dice into Luke, I assume, at range 3. And 1 crit. And Luke says, okay. I'll pretend I'm an A-wing. Zoom, zoom, right? This is Beggar's Canyon. Back home, I go fast. And nothing for Gavin at the 4s. So Temin, he's going to get Luke. I'm a little surprised Elo didn't shoot at Jemmer. You might get lucky and knock the crate off at the least, but what do I know? All right, we're going into Luke. 1 crit. And the reroll from R68. And Luke is fine. Okay. Well, nothing for Sabine, so we go to the 2s. Jemmer should get a calculate. And who do you want to shoot here? Jarek is 3 dice, 2 dice. You're going into Merle? Okay. Jemmer should get his calculate. Doesn't matter. Can't use it. And safe. It looks like maybe Davis did bait the joust and is gonna pick some crates up and run for the hills. And that will be 3-1 for that round. Okay, interesting. Yep, okay. And 3 strain going to Jarek. I'm not sure Jarek cares at this point, but now every time he loses a green, he's going to get a strain. So, oh, interesting, interesting, interesting. Yeah, don't forget your triggers, boys and girls. Especially with somebody like Jemmer. He's got a lot of stuff on that card, so he didn't have a green token. He could have had that calculate, and if he had rolled an eyeball with that hit, he could have converted for 2. Still wouldn't have hit, but, you know, you never know. Yeah, some keep away is going to be happening, and that might make for a frustrating experience for Rob, because if you don't knock crates off, you're going to be hurting a little bit quickly. So Luke and Wedge are probably going to fly away. Sabine's probably going to 1 hard left. Gavin may just do a 1 straight because he doesn't care. Let's see. Jemmer, probably a 3 bank and a focus or evade. Just go as fast as you can and get out of the way. Maybe a 3 bank left or right would work. Merle is kind of in a tricky spot, but the other 4, Jarek, Elo, Temin, Poe, can all turn in. So the question is, if you're going to play keep away, that's fine. Just don't let yourself get cornered, right? Because if you get to a point where you're playing keep away and you're up a decent amount and you get cornered, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you don't have a move you can make, you're forced to fly off the board, or you just get trapped and obliterated, right? So, but I'm sure Davis has thought of all of that. And so now we're going to see what we get going into round 3. Very clever. Bait the joust, and away we go. So this was another series, I believe, that the Maulers had to fight back and regain some ground to force this game 7. I don't think it was a straight down 0-3 type of situation, but I do think they had to work at it a little bit. So kudos to them for forcing the game 7. Let's see what we get. All right. 3-1. Just figuring out what you want to do. Now, don't forget, Wedge and Luke both can boost, but it doesn't make sense for Luke to boost here because it's a straight boost only. And there's a rock in his way, so Luke is probably going to go 4 straight and barrel roll, maybe, to the right. Wedge will probably go in a way to not get caught with that, so we'll see what we get. And why is Jarek's card revealed? You may search, choose a damage card. Okay, so I guess it's face up for the fireball. Interesting. And it looks like Rob will be player 1 this round. Rob gets the initiative token. And we go to system phase. And doesn't look like we did any system. Gemmer can't do any system because, well, you got a crate. So, and it looks like Merle did too hard, clears that stress, and is going to boost ahead. Okay, I like it. Because if Luke did a 1, that's a bump. I don't think Luke did a 1. Gemmer does the, what was that? That was a 3 bank. Okay. And you're just going to focus. I like that. What do we got going? Sabine, 1 hard away. Yep. Kind of expected that. And an evade. Yep. Smart. A 3 with Gavin. Interesting. Interesting. And that will trigger Ferrosphere, I believe, with the lock action. So Gavin says, yeah, I'll take a stress. I can clear that. And if we look at Gavin's dial, he's got the 1, 2, 3, 4 straight that are blue and the 1 banks that are blue. So I think Gavin's going to be okay. And there's the 2, I believe. Is that the 2? No, that was the 3. Nice. 3 hard. Do you boost or do you just stay right there and focus? Jimmer does have the focus, so can do all the shenanigans with his ability, take the strain to turn 2 blanks to eyeballs, you know, the whole bit. So fun stuff. And he boosted to the right, it looks like. Okay, so he used Temen's ability. Clever. And then he's going to pick up the crate because you need to catch up on the points. I like it. Smart. Very smart. Thank you, Rob, remembering to put the crates out. And here comes Elo. Just a focus. Okay. So I think they're still gunning for Luke and Wedge. So the 5s to, let's see, Jarek. He's going to drop one of those strain. And what's he going to do? Can he barrel roll? I honestly don't know. Let's look and see. Jarek. He can barrel roll. Okay. But he's not going to. He's going to take a lock. I like it. You can't shoot Gemmer, so grab Luke, grab Wedge. Which one do you like? Gonna go for Wedge. Threaten Wedge. Okay. Luke is like, nah, see ya, fam. I'm out. All right. I don't think Luke wants to be there. I think the barrel roll is the good call. So he's going to do that. Let's just hope Wedge doesn't bump. And where is Poe going? Commander Poe, where are you going? Oh, well, crud. Poe is going to take a damage and not get to take an action. Whale, crud. And Wedge did a 4 straight. Okay. Long term probably isn't going to matter. But in terms of positioning, yeah, that kind of stinks. But better to happen now, I suppose. And Wedge is going to focus, boost. Oh, what's the pattern on Wedge anymore? It's, nope, he's up here. Let's see here. He can focus, red boost, and gain a deplete and a stress, which, you know, if you're playing keep away, that's fine. The problem is then you become predictable of where you're going to end up. So no shot for Poe. You do have Luke, range 3 unobstructed from Jarek. So here we go. 1. Luke gets a single. Ouch. Just enough, though. All right, so now Elo into Luke, obstructed, range 3. Spend that focus. And Luke has plenty. And now we go to the 5s over there. Luke has no shot, obviously. Range 2 at Luke or range 3 at Wedge, I guess. What does the chart say? Yep, range 2 at Wedge as well. Okay. Luke only has the force. Wedge has the focus. Doesn't say who he's going at yet. But just 2. And if he's going at Luke, then he gets a reroll. Looks like he is. That doesn't get any better. So Luke will spend a force and be okay. Say, thank you, sir. I'll take that. And next we have the 3s. Nope, the 2s. So Gemmer has a green token. He doesn't get one. But let's go into Temin, I suppose, and see if we can knock the crate off. Well, you won't knock the crate off, but you roll 2, and Temin takes 2. Well, first blood to the rebels. And now we go to Merle to finish up the round. Who are we shooting? 2 dice at Luke, I suppose. Yep, it's Luke. Oh, hit crit. Nice. And Luke's going to take 2. Luke doesn't like that. And then it'll be 3-2. Leading to a score of 6-3. Okay. Interesting. Merle, yeah. Isn't it funny how so many unmodded shots seem to do the most work? Last game, a range 0 into Vader for 3 natural hits. Vader had like 1 away from half in that chance engagement. He rolled blank, blank eyeball, I think, and spent a force, but was halved down to 2 and then got obliterated the next shot. So, oh, Vader's greens. Have a love-hate relationship with green dice. I think we all do, but especially as an Empire player and kind of the AC 3 dice ships, you live by the dice, you die by the dice. The dice gods are fickle masters or mistresses, or both. All right. So Luke is down shields, but theoretically he can recharge with R2 now. And I don't think he's going to worry about taking shots in the immediate future. So let's see, what can we do? Gavin may turn in with a 2. Gemmer's probably gonna 3 hard out, is my guess. Sabine's probably gonna 3 hard to the left. Wedge could do a 3 hard and come around. The 2 isn't gonna fit, I don't think. So Wedge has to do a 3. What does Luke do? The 2 is gonna probably hit that rock. So I think you just R2D2 and just zoom ahead. Yes, this is a game 7. Yeah, so keep in mind, guys, this is a salvage mission. This isn't chance. So, but you probably knew that from looking at all the boxes. Yeah, the mat is quite a bit, isn't it? I'm just here streaming what they host, so Merle can probably 3 bank towards Luke to harass, but I think the others turn into Gavin. I think you're right. So I think I'd probably not turn in with Gavin. Make them chase, right? You've got 3 points around that you're holding on to right now. And 3-2. So at this rate, it'll be 9-5 after the next round if no crates come off. And then 12-7, 15-9. I mean, it's going to snow. It can snowball fast, but you're going to still have to engage at some point, I think. You don't want to get yourself trapped. But here we go. Let's see what we get. Okay, Rob is first player again. Very good. So yeah, you're gonna have to make a choice. Where are you headed? Let's see. No system. So I think we move to the ones. So Merle. Where are you going, Merle? Poe doing a BB-8 system phase. Very nice. Okay. I like it. I think they are planning on turning in on Gavin. And Jimmer can't do anything. Merle's stressed. Can't really do anything there. Nice. Clears the stress. I think you just focus. You're not going to clear that boost. So Jimmer's like, see ya. I'm going this way, guys. Now, the only problem is if they turn in, yep, and there's the 3 hard with Sabine, you're going to get yourself at the top of that mat, trapped facing down 5 guns. So you need to make sure you leave yourself an out. That's the only trick with this kind of play style. All right, 1 forward and a focus. Interesting. What? Nope. Good. They just remembered you can't barrel roll. You've got to crate, sir. Now, if you would like to drop the crate at the end of your activation so you can barrel roll in the future, you certainly can do that, but you need the points, so I wouldn't recommend. Here comes Gavin. And, keeps the stress. Interesting. And that clears. Does not bump. Very smooth. That was why he was trying to barrel roll, I think, to avoid that. So where do we go? Okay. Jarrett comes in. He can take an action. Is he going to slam? Nope, he's going to lock. Going to move it over to Gavin. That's the right call. Yeah, it got dragged. Gavin will be rolling 3 dice with no other mods. So if you roll a crit and you get lucky, I've never actually done the jettisoning of a crate before. So it's not, oh, we're getting an R2. Oops. What was that? Undo that. Yeah, just undo it. It would be better if you could do it before your action. What? Why didn't you just do the undo? I don't get it. Oh well. And are we gonna our attack speed boost? Very good. And then he's gonna focus. Okay. Very good. Poe comes in. And I think Poe is going to want to focus and lock, but put you in a bad spot next round if you don't barrel roll. And you can't really barrel roll, so you're gonna just lock. Oh dear. You gotta go after Gavin. I don't think there's any choice here. He's the beefier of the targets. He has the attack bonus, and he's got a crate. So you've already got one shot going into Gavin. Make it two. And it can be a proton. I think that's range two. So what in the world? Well then, that was unexpected. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so start of engagement. Looks like we're doing a Protorp. Okay, Gavin. You didn't clear the stress? Yeah, those are certainly decisions. Yeah, just spend the focus. One, two hits, two crits. That's a monster roll. Well, there's two crits and you drop the crate. Well, okay then. Hmm. Yeah, Proton Torp goes boom, right? And he's going to put it there behind the rock, make it a little harder to get to potentially. And Wedge gets to shoot. I think you've got to go the range one at Temin. You don't, I don't think you get any mods. You don't get Predator, but that's still a pretty dang good roll. And it will knock that crate off and it will hit. So Wedge will get his focus. Yeah, I think you're right, Sherm. Uh, Resistance feels like they win this round. Rocks may win the next, and Rebels the round after. And Gavin plays into it, and I think you're going to have to spend that focus. You're taking a crit on Temin's shields. When did Temin lose the... Oh my. Okay. I didn't see when Temin lost that other one, but he's got a few leaked now, apparently. And he dropped the crate. So I don't know. I must have missed something. That's okay. I miss a lot. I'm a captain after all, and I can't read. All right, Jarek is going to fire the mag pulse, I think. Yep, he's going to do the mag pulse, range 3. Ugh. Well, as good as that first roll was for Poe, that was an equally horrible roll. And hit crit. Okay, so Gavin just needs 2 evades. He gets 2 evades. Okay, well, I don't understand either, but you know what? I don't know. I don't know. And this is, what is this? This is another 5 going into Wedge. It looks like Wedge should have a focus. But, and it's a must. So, oh well. Yeah, I think they're trying to figure out. They figured it out. Okay. Math can be hard. So we're going to come down here. We'll get rid of that. We'll put the hull back. Wedge should have a focus, but again, I can't babysit everything. And I say that with all love, guys, when you listen to this back. Just remember your triggers. Double crits going into Wedge. They did remember his triggers. Good. Wedge will take 1. Okay. And Wedge has a shield upgrade, essentially. So, all right. So the 5s on Rob's side are done. It looks like Luke isn't going to shoot, so we go to the 4s. Uh, you have a Protorp. You have a lock. I guess you go into Temin because... Ugh. Spend that lock. Okay. Okay. 3 crits. If you can get all 3 through. Well, there's 2 crits going into Temin. Fuel leak. Oh, they should have shuffled. And the second is hull breach. Oh, so that turns that one face up. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Hey guys, question.
Yeah.
So the first crit was a fuel leak, right, on Temin?
Yep. Yeah.
Then the second crit was hull breach, which triggers fuel leak, which will that face down card should be face up, correct?
It would appear so, yes.
Okay. Just making sure I'm seeing this right. And a
Oh,
loose.
loose stabilizer.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Oh, that is not a good thing. That's not what.
Okay. Well, Temin is certainly not happy. So we have a loose stabilizer and a hull breach on Temin. And Temin's going to go boom next round. So, Sherman, I think you get the Psychic Award for prognosticating. Yeah. Yeah, not a good thing. And here goes Gemmer into Poe for 2, it looks like. And Poe takes a single. Okay, so Poe's down 2 shields, it looks like. Yep. Okay. And then we have, what? 2 crates to 1. Merle gets to shoot Luke. And it's another hit crit. Merle for the win. Yeah. I don't know if they should have been in the other order or not. The first card he pulled was fuel leak. So yeah. And does Luke take another damage? He does not. Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think he pulled the face down knowing this that was the trigger for fuel leak. So yeah, I don't know. And then we get some points. So is what I think he did. All right. I'll go ask though. Yeah, so. Okay, me again, just a stupid question.
Yep.
So when you pulled the cards for Temin, you pulled Fuel Leak first. You pulled the face down because I assumed you were pulling that as Fuel Leak triggering, right? But that should have been
Oh,
reverse face up, so Fuel Leak should or Hull Breach should be down.
well, it was crit.
Yeah.
So,
Ultimately, it's probably not going to matter because if you do anything but a 1 straight, you're going to die. You do the 1 straight or multiple straight, you're going to hit the rock. So Ultimately, I just wanted to make sure because the chat was saying, "Hey, was that the wrong order?" I just wanted to make sure I understood how you were pulling those, right?
Yeah, because I think it was it was crit. So
Yeah,
this one would have been up, and that one would have been up regard.
yeah. No worries. Just checking, making sure we're
Yeah,
doing
of
it in the right
course.
order. Thanks, guys.
Yep, no problem.
Okay. Yeah, and I agree. It doesn't probably really matter given it was a loose stabilizer, but this is why you pull the cards one at a time, right? So just as a reminder, guys, when you look at this again, pull the first card, flip it over, hull breach. Okay, pull the second crit, turn it over. Triggers, it's probably loose stabilizer at that point or hull breach. I don't know which one it was. And then the next card comes out, and if it's hull breach, it goes up, right? So no big deal. Temen's in a bad spot. It's 8-4 to two-shot Otter. And we go to the next round, which is going to be round 5 of all rounds. But I appreciate you, chat, making sure things are right and above board. So don't want any unnecessary feels bads, right? I mean, it's bad enough that you get 3 crits on poor Temin, or 2 crits, and it triggers into a point where he's probably going to go boom. So one hard boost into Temin, 50% chance to live. Yeah, that's fair. That is absolutely fair. I've had that happen to me before where I had somebody ionized or loose stabilized and they thought they were going to go off the board edge and somebody came in and blocked them from doing so for a round and they managed to somehow stay, okay. But yeah, that's definitely a feel bad. This has been an interest. Jarek's Magpulse did miss. That is correct. Gavin rolled 2 out of hand. And Rob is first player once again. But Jarek's Magpulse wouldn't have done a whole lot. Here we go. He's going to do it. He's going to try it. Uh, oh, okay. That's certainly a choice. Um, the Proton Torp from Poe into a modless um, Gavin was essentially 2-2. So even if Gavin had nattied out, the crate came off, but he didn't. And Gemmer turns. Sabine turns. I'm a little surprised he didn't boost with Merle. And there it is. And to add insult to injury, he gets the additional damage. And they're all face up. So blinded, loose. Ha, another loose stabilizer. Poor Temin. Poor Temin. Okay. So it is now 12-4. Here comes Gavin. Gets rid of the stress finally. And what's he going to do? Can't take a lock at range 1. Uh,
Toaster.
check that range
Yes.
for me, guys.
Sorry, what?
Oh, it's range 1.
Yeah, check the range because remember, E-Wings can't do the locks at range 1.
Oh, yes. That is a good point.
So,
Thank you. I don't fly these things enough to remember.
no worries. We're just having fun here.
Yep. All right. Well,
All good. Oh my, whoa. That was a collision. He was kind enough to let Gavin just take the focus. And then Elo just comes barreling in. Okay, then. This is going to be interesting. And Jarek is going after Gemmer, I guess. Just clearing string. I don't know. This has been an interesting choice. I think Davis's feint of the joust, turning away, picking up crates, and forcing the resistance to figure it out. Okay, he slammed. It looks like he did. Has maybe thrown Rob for a little bit of a loop. Okay, so Luke. What happened to Luke? Got to do Luke first. Okay. Just focus. Okay. And Poe did the straight. Looks like he didn't hit the rock. Oh, he did hit the rock. And a shield and a card. Oh dear. Oh dear. That hurts. But he does get to take an action. And he's going to see if we can knock that crate off of Gemmer. Okay. Wedge is going to bank. Does not hit the rock. Wedge can barrel roll into a red focus and then use his droid to get the lock. And I'm guessing that's what he's going to do. So we're going to get an APT into Elo, and we're choosing violence. We are choosing all the violence. Okay, so I'm assuming this will be a Protorp. Yep, it's going to be a Protorp. So 4v3 into Gemmer. And he's going to knock the crate off. So, oh. Yep, he's going to knock the crate off. The best Gemmer can do is natty out and take a shield. Well, that's pretty dang good. But it's still a shield on Gemmer. And more importantly, a crate goes bye-bye. So that means Davis is rocking a singular crate. I have a feeling Elo will be losing his crate here soon. No, put it in front of you. Go pick up your crate again. Okay. Well, make Poe spend an action, I guess. Yeah, we're going to do the APT into Elo. Well, gonna spend the lock, doesn't get it, but he will get 4. Elo takes 3 shields and drops his crate. Okay. So we're going to be tied at 1 crate apiece this round for Sabine and Merle. Okay. And Wedge hits, so he gets his focus back. And it goes back. Yes, there you go. Good job. range 0 into Gavin. And 2, that's not bad. And Gavin will spend the focus, I guess. Yeah, why not? And so then we go to Gavin. And actually, Wedge could have turned up another crit, I suppose, because Gavin had the target in his arc, but that's okay. Or why not into Merle? Okay, for 2, hit crit. Actually, 2 crits, but I can't help them remember all their triggers, and there's a direct. Ouch. Oh, LO. That hurts. That's a feels bad. A range 0 with a hit crit, you can't roll anything, and it's a direct. So, um, nothing for Gemmer, so Merle's shot. Yeah, you might as well go into Gavin. I mean, looks like that's what he's going to do. Continue the upkeep with a single. And he gets it. Gavin loses a shield. Gavin is down shields. And we're going to get a point each. So 13-5 is your score heading into round 6. With 12 minutes left, we get one more round potentially. So what's the win condition here for Rob? That's a great question. What is the win condition? I don't think Poe is going to be able to get to Gavin. And if Elo hits that rock, he's dead. Okay. Yeah, you need to finish off Luke or Gavin. Luke's going to be a little tougher because he's got 5 hull left. Can you get your ships to where they need to be? Merle probably. Elo's in a tough spot though because he can't cross that rock and live. Jarek could come around, but he can't come around too hard or he'll bump into Poe. And then Poe can come around. He's out of Protorps, so yeah, this is interesting. And if you do kill Luke or Wedge or Gavin, sorry, that's 5 points. That puts you at 10, but you're still down at that point. You're still down by 3. And let's say you don't knock crates off, you'll still be down by 3. And if you can get a second round in, sure, you might finish off the other one, but that's a lot to hope for. So I think the initial plan of faking that joust has paid off for Davis so far. But we will see. Davis's first player for this round. So we go to system phase. I don't know that there's anything, although I guess Poe could have BB-8'd. Gemmer's going to boost. Nice. Yep. Poe says, okay, now that I see that, I will BB-8. But let's see what we get. So where's Merle going? Ooh, nice. Clears. Very nice. Okay, that didn't make a lot of sense, but okay. That was a 3 banquet gemmer. You are now stressed facing a rock. Don't know that I like that. I guess you could do a 1 hard next round and avoid the rock by going to your right, but ooh, beautiful sloop. Beautiful sloop. All right, so no Temin to deal with, so the 5s. Missed the rock. I'm sure he's really pleased about that. So that's a good thing. I mean, he's gonna potentially live for another round. Where's Jarek going? Okay. Jarek's coming over here into Gemmer. You're not gonna kill Gemmer. Yeah, unless you get all guns on Gemmer like early and take him out. Chasing Gemmer is often a trap, I've learned. To my own detriment. Quite a few times. Okay, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna attack Gemmer. Why not? Didn't really have any other option after that maneuver, so makes sense. And where's Luke go? 3 bank. And Luke is probably gonna claim. I mean, you pick up the extra point. And or you barrel roll. Okay. Sure. Wedge is going to do that. And I think at that point, you pick up a crate. Okay, then. Why didn't Luke pick up a crate as well, then? Maybe he was afraid of Poe coming in, Poe's closing his wings. And where's Poe going? No, he's not closing his wings, it looks like. 3 hard. What? Going all in on Gemmer. Yikes. Okay. Interesting. Interesting call. I'm sure there's going to be a couple spots in this game both players are going to look at and go, huh, why did I do that again? Oh, that's what I was thinking, right? So, yeah, no action. Okay. Hello, range 2 bullseye. Oh my goodness. Apologies. And that is Luke, so oh, that's an instinctive aim pro torp. And spend the force. So both force down, and he has to natty. LO does not, and that will seal the game, I believe. Yeah, there's no coming back from that because you're going to get 2 points from crates, and you're getting one shot into Gemmer, and Gemmer does get, or LO does get to shoot, so range 3 into Gemmer. So let's see what we get here. Spend it for 2. Yeah, I mean, why not? And takes 1, so that shields down on Gemmer, which is an accomplishment. It definitely is not something that's easy to do. And now Jarek range 1. I don't think it's a mag pulse. So we're going to spend the lock on those 2 eyeballs, it looks like. For 2. Well, if Gemmer blanks out, Gemmer's gone. Gemmer is not gone, but that is the most damage I've seen put onto that little A-wing in a while. So, yeah, that's pretty solid. Okay, so we'll go range 1 into Merle for 2. One hit, 1 crit. And let's see what we get with these dice. Wow. Poor Merle. Elusive. Still takes a shield and pops the crate. Wow. Ouch. Yeah, Gemmer is an unfair version of Countdown for 3 points. I would agree. Let's see here. I think now we have Gemmer into Wedge, range 1. Okay. He should have a green token to make that 2, but it doesn't matter. And Merle's going to go into Wedge, I believe, range 1. Not going to be enough to knock that crate off. And Wedge shakes it off. Yeah, the Rebel A-Wings have lots of toys. So 2. Yeah. Wow. Okay. And I think, well, we do have, we do have some time. So if they get a dial set, we can go another round. I don't think it's going to matter, but you know what? That's okay. Thank you guys for turning that off. So, I mean, Gemmer could do the one hard, miss the rock. Wedge is going to run. Sabine, you're not catching. Luke will probably do a too hard and pick up a crate because why not? Yeah, this is I think time has run out for Rob. And if that's the case, that means the Maulers will have won this series in 7. But let's see what we get. Round 7 goes to Rob as first player. Just the fact this got to 7 games is incredible. So good job to all of you. Ascendancy had a chance to extend, but we were facing a 3-0 deficit, and there was no way we were going to come back from that. Not realistically. So it does sting, though. I know he's going to feel this for a little bit, but these guys have had a great season. So this is a good way to wrap it up. Oh, that was nice. Maybe get 3 more points. And Luke is going to be like, nah, I'm just going to collect. I collect old things, right? Yeah, poor Jemmer. I think Jemmer's not long for this world. Yep, Wedge is like, bye. Gavin's going to pick up the crate, I assume. Put it on the wrong place. What? Oh. Maybe they didn't pick it up last round. All right, range 1 into Jemmer. From Poe. Hit crit. Spend the lock. Okay. Wow. And that's a dead Jemmer. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. You don't see that often every day. Jemmer going boom. So there's 3 points for Rob. Very nice. So it's now 19-9. Let's see here. Gavin into Merle. Spend it. Turn 1 to a crit. I think Merle's just going to take 1 anyway. So just a shield. So the little A-Wing that didn't die was Merle this time. Go figure. Okay, what are we shooting here? We've got... Was that Merle into Gavin? Yeah, looks like. 22-10 is your final. And the Maulers have come back in this series to take it 4 games to 3. Good grief. What a game. Well played with feint at the beginning and forcing the resistance to try to catch up. And that just kept things going. So thank you all for watching and spending your evening with us. And for those teams that are left, good luck. May the dice be in your favor. Don't let Havoc win, I guess. Watch out for the Wanderers. But most of all, have fun, guys. It's a game after all. And for those of us who are on the sidelines, we'll see you next season. So thank you guys very much for hanging out with us.